really good contact. This is a great looking shot if it's the right number.
Oh, it is the right number. Oh, it's a hole-in-one. Charlie Woods has made an ace at the fourth. And guess what? His father was actually not watching. He had to take a break for a second, comes back out. Here's the roar of the crowd. And Charlie Woods has made an ace here at the PNC Championship to catapult Team Woods into the lead all by themselves. What a moment. Wow, we've got to take another look at this, Peter. And it was a great shot, but the result was incredible.
Well, much like we saw Sean O'Meara a couple years ago make a hole-in-one on this back hole location. It's hard to see it go in, and you can see Charlie. Well, did it go in? Yeah. It went in.
It's tough to tell from back on the tee, not being able to see it, but there you go. And there is a father-son embrace. A hole-in-one for the kid. You gotta love it.
How about a lot of pride right there that Tiger's showing?
Remember a few years ago when he said, you just made your first eagle? Yeah. Wonder if that was his first ace in competition. We'll have to find out. That was amazing.
Charlie, your first ever hole-in-one. Tell us about the shot.
I don't know. It was a perfect 7-iron, so I just kind of hit it. It's just 175, a little down off the left, little cut 7.
Little cut 7, but it had to look good to you in the air. What a thrill to do that in front of your dad and all these people.
I mean, it was awesome. I didn't think it went in. I don't believe anybody until I go up there and see it.
Great shot.
Thank you.
At a really cool event. Let's take a look at it one more time, Peter. When it was in the air, we knew it was going to be okay. We didn't think it was going to be that okay.
Well, there are some shots that you hit that are perfect that end up in the bottom of the cup, and that was certainly one of them.
So his first eagle came here at the PNC Championship, and now his first ever hole-in-one happens at the PNC Championship. He does it in front of his father, who is all smiles. Can you imagine what Charlie's thinking? Now imagine what his father, Tiger, is thinking as they walk up to the green.
Something about that Sunday magic red and black, Steve, that delivers again. Oh, man.
That was spectacular.
Made me think a little bit about that ace that Tiger made at the in Phoenix at TPC Scottsdale all those years ago, and everybody went crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
That's another significant Woods memory, this time authored by Charlie.
And to do it together with your father, one of the most famous athletes in the history of American sports, and then he just gets out there one more time, gets a low 5. An ace for the Woods, and they have the lead again.
Well, this was the 7-iron that will be heard around the world. Charlie Woods at the par 3 fourth.
Cut.
Didn't know it went in. Bones said it was all over the stick.
Thanks.
It was perfect. And then this was the audio we picked up just a moment ago, as Tiger knows the tradition, obviously. What do you do when you make an ace? Let's take a listen.
You're buying for everyone over here.
I'm broke.
You're buying.
You're buying?
You're buying. Yes, buying. That's protocol. We're making a whole one.
I'm broke.
You are not here.
Proud.
A lot of people. Not on you, bud.
Charlie's saying he's broke. Well, he's only 15, but maybe it'll be milkshakes. I don't care how many majors Tiger won. That was a memory that stands alone. Competitive action since the Open Championship this past summer.
Boy, this looks pretty good if it's the right number.
Great shot, Dad.
You can hear Charlie say, "Great shot, Dad." Comes down to putting in these things, Jake.
Yep. Like that.
And if Charlie can continue to fill it up and Dad can provide the approach shots, maybe this is the year for Team Woods.
Well, the legend's going to provide the stability.
This was the second shot that Charlie provided. Third shot, I should hit his second shot to here.
A foot, 2 feet short.
Charlie, he's made the last 2 birdie putts for the squad. This a lot shorter. So, Team Woods birdie, birdie, birdie start.
Taking it straight up in the air on a really good-looking line.
Well, that tells me a lot. 4-iron from 232. It's downwind, but it's a big high cut.
This looking pretty good if it just carries out.
Yeah, it just needs to run out just a little bit.
Oh, man, he had it. But a tap-in birdie it'll be for the Woods, and that is 4 in the first 5 holes. DNA, but just watching.
This sounded a little low on the club head, but it's a really good line if it carries the bunker and releases a little bit.
It's a good one. Parks right in back of the stick. Back over to the Woods at the 9th. Charlie looking for another one.
Oh, barely. But I would never bet against this guy. He always impresses.
Sit.
Nice
Nice
Tiger
hands
there,
fellas.
Yeah, tremendous hands, Bones.
Slides the left hand on, and then he goes. Kind of like his dad.
Money. Charlie does it again. The Woods birdied the first 3 holes. Now all of a sudden they've raced out to 7 under.
Wow, what an early walk that was.
Yeah, that was a quick walk, 2-stepper.
That was a little reminiscent of his dad.
Whoa, what a shot.
That you would think would be 4 in a row.
8-iron from 159 to this point.
Yep, that is 4 in a row for Team Woods. That sends them to 11 under.
Trying to draw it in there.
Good shot.
Team Woods is on a roll here.
I'm calling this good.
Another birdie dialed in for Charlie. It wasn't exactly for sure the whole way. It did slide in there on the left side, but nonetheless, Team Woods now ties for the lead. We've got 4 tied at 12 under.
Oh, hello.
Sky high. I think he likes this.
Charlie said, oh, hello.
Good for me, right? There we go.
And 13 under. Team Woods goes.
That was really cool. Thoroughly enjoyed it, dude. That was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it. Good stuff. Tiger, the first question, let's start it off with how you feeling after that course and how your body's holding up. Feeling good?
It was good. It was good to be out here. We had a good time today. Be able to play with Carson. The first 9 was great. He and I go way back to junior golf, so it was good to catch up. And it was just a fun day to be out here and playing again, and looking forward to the weekend.
Were you able to keep dibs on Sun in front?
I was trying as best I possibly could, looking from a distance. Hopefully we can catch up here, see how he felt, how everything going. We were able to talk at the turn because I was a little log jam. But he said he was hitting good, felt good. We're both kind of surprised at how much slower the greens were than we were expecting. So we hit a lot of putts. I was making sure that he had a lot of putts on the back 9. And so we'll talk through it and be ready for tomorrow.
Okay, we'll take a few questions whenever we got. Go ahead here and I'll come over here.
Tiger, there was Luke Leonard said on Golf Channel that he happened to play with you when Charlie beat you for the first time. I was just wondering, since that hasn't happened too often in the last almost 49 years,
right.
If you could verify that and what the circumstances were.
Yeah, he played. He beat me for 9 holes. He hasn't yet to beat me for 18 holes yet. That day's coming. I'm just prolonging it as long as I possibly can. But we just have so much fun going out there and competing and playing. That day out there being with Lenny and Charlie, JL, and I go way back to junior golf, amateur golf, college golf, and all the teams we made together over the years. So it'll be a fun atmosphere tomorrow, and we're just gonna have a blast.
Did it come down to the last putt, or was there a little chirping going on?
There's always chirping. There's always that's nonstop banter. That's the fun part, and we just have fun. And give the needle as much as we possibly can because you're going to have to take it.
I'm not getting any details on it.
Oh, what's that? Nope.
What part of each other's games will you and Charlie be leaning on this weekend?
Well, hopefully I don't have to hit any drivers. And so he drives it in play. We go up there, hit iron shots. He makes all the putts, and I just am a good backup.
What's the difference in his game from a year ago?
Just maturity. I mean, he's grown so much since last year. I think he's put on 3.5, 4 inches in height. So it's been a moving target. Got stronger, faster, heavier. It's just he's a typical teenager.
Tiger, how much of your struggles on the course this year were more back related than leg, and is that really kind of the question now going forward in 2025 is how your back is feeling and your ability to?
Yeah, my leg is what it is. It's still here and it is what it is. But this year I struggled a lot with my back, and that's why I had the procedure done. And it's a lot better, but I still have a long way to go.
I wonder if, it's probably one of your more underrated rounds, but the second day at the Masters this year when you shot 72, and it was a really hard day at Augusta, like one of the hardest we've had recently, and you made the cut pretty easily, but then the next day you were struggling. I'm wondering if that's sort of the frustration you face. You see it on a day like that, some of your best, and then, can't keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of procedures over the course of time. I'm not going to feel what I used to feel. The recovery is going to be the harder side. I can do it for a day here and there. But, over the course of rounds, weeks, months, it gets harder.
Tiger, what are your conversations like with Charlie, if you have these kind of conversations regarding his handling expectation and pressure of being Charlie Woods?
Yeah, I mean, I just always reminding him, just be you. Charlie's Charlie. Yes, he's my son. He's going to have that last name and to be part of the sport. But I just want him to be himself, and just be your own person. That's what we will always focus on. I will always encourage it for him to just carve his own name, carve his own path, and have his own journey.
How do you think he's handling it so far?
What's that?
How is he handling that so far, do you think?
I think he's doing a great job. There's this day and age where you have so many different, everyone's basically media with all the phones. And so being constantly filmed and constantly just, people watching, and that's just part of his generation, and that's part of the world that he has to maneuver through. And I try and do the best job I possibly can as a parent. I'm always here for him, but at the end of the day, I just want him to just be himself and have his own life.
Tiger, from a data standpoint, your name came up a lot this year in relation to what Scotty was doing, and I just wanted to know what impressed you, what you saw from him, and any other thoughts.
I think that his consistency over the course of the last couple of years, and yes, as I said in the Bahamas, he moves around a lot in his swing, but if you watch that ball flight, it doesn't really do a whole lot. And he has an amazing feel for hitting the ball the right number. And that's just something that is innate. I think how he's handled the pressure and with the expectations with he and his family, I think they have done an unbelievable job. And he's just coming into his own. This is the fun part of watching him develop, as this is going to be the start of some unbelievable years.
Is a part of what you did so well and similar to him, I guess, is the not so much the great shots is the very few bad ones?
Yeah, I think it's not making that many mistakes. We can all make birdies, we can all have hot rounds, but how good is your bad? Everyone's good is good out here. But his bat is really, really impressive. He doesn't do a whole lot wrong, understands how to not compound mistakes. And it may not happen over a course of a week, but it happens over a course of big events, months of play at elite level. It just adds up. Not making mistakes adds up. And you look at what he's done the last couple of years is, really impressive.
Thanks.
Tiger?
Yep.
You mentioned after your recent surgery that you wished you didn't know the process, but you do know the process in terms of recovery.
I do.
I'm curious how do you set those benchmarks now and windows of recovery and preparing for competitive play?
Well, preparing for competitive play is different. That takes months, weeks. But it starts with each and every day is do the little things correctly, and they add up. And so from the moment you get up, it's doing all the little things, the mundane, annoying things you have to do. But it adds up. It compounds over, you may not even see it over a week or a day, but over months, it adds up. And unfortunately, I've gone through this process a number of times. It's frustrating. It's hard. But I have an amazing team, amazing support. But I have to do the little things on a daily basis and away from everybody. It's hard.
Tiger,
Yep.
TGL. How excited are you to see how this finally unfolds, and what do you expect?
Yeah, it's going to be great. This is what we've been shooting for. We're trying to bring a new demographic to this game of golf, and it's going to be exciting. I was blown away of the amount of moving parts there is to this. There's a lot of moving parts, but as a showcase, it's going to be unbelievable on TV. And I hope that we can invigorate the game because it definitely needs it right now.
Take you back, 2000 will be coming up on 25 years of probably your best season, I think, in a lot of ways. Obviously, there's 3 of the 4 parts of the Tiger Slam and everything else. Just wondering, looking back on it now, just, how well you played, what was your thought process through that year? And the fact that from 99 PGA until you completed the Slam, I think 4 guys beat you in majors.
Yeah, that was a good stretch. I played well in that nice stretch. Once I pieced it together, May of '99, it started to kind of unfold. Getting the PGA 99. Then I won 3 that year in 2000. But I got on a hot run that summer. But the hard part was the 6 months that you have to wait in between the PGA and Augusta, and all that add up. And every single time I played, all the questions. Winning 3 in a row real quick, that happens over the course of a few months. But the build-up into 2001 was a lot. And I think that was the harder part, is trying to focus and block all that out. And then at the same time, prepare and peak for that one moment, that 1 week. And happened to do it.
Just happened.
Tiger, can you reflect, going back a little bit further, to this photo in Milwaukee and playing in your tour debut with the great Jumbo? Do you remember anything about playing with Jumbo?
Jomo, no. I just remember how nervous I was that week. I just came off from winning the amateur, and so my mind was spinning and just turned pro. I had 7 exemptions to get my card, and hopefully I got up to a quick start and made the cut and made a hole-in-one. I think on Saturday or Friday. Saturday, I think I made a hole-in-one, and it was a great start to my career.
Tiger, how close were you to not playing this week?
Yeah, I had moments. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I had the procedure done earlier, so that hopefully I gave myself the best chance to be with Charlie and be able to play. I'm not competitively good right now, but I just want to be able to have the experience again. And this has always been one of the bigger highlights of the year for us as a family. And now we get to have that moment together again.
What do you think has kept you guys from winning this event?
All the winners. Hey, yes, we want to win, but it's about the bonding. It's about having a family. It's about us having the father-son moment together. Last year, I had Sam on the bag. It was our first time ever carrying. So this is a family event. I mean, look at all the players and their families and the sons, grandsons, granddaughters. I mean, this is what it's all about. It's about family.
Tiger, what do you consider your best year?
My best year as a
professional golfer?
Yeah, I think 2000 I was good.
That's the obvious one. I just think,
well,
if there was another year that was more satisfying statistically.
No, I think just that year in general, I had everything working at the same time. I drove it great, hit my irons well. I made everything for a year, and so. But I was able to capitalize on good play at the same time.
Was that as close to unbeatable as you felt, or do you even think that way?
I think the way I played at Pebble and St. Andrews was I was thinking clearly. I was hitting each and every shot, and I was saying earlier with Scotty, I didn't compound any problems, any foul balls I may have hit. I got back on schedule, put the ball in the right spots, and I made everything for those 2 weeks.
You made a triple and won by 15.
Yeah, that was a nice balloon ball there. But again, I had one bad hole on 3, but I was able to grind out the round, and I think I shot the either second or third lowest round that day. And so, yes, on one bad hole does not mean it's a bad round. Just had to fight through it.
Tiger, this morning, Rory said that the collapse of the building was a blessing in disguise, talking TGL, obviously. How important was that extra year you guys got because of that? And now when you walked in that new venue and saw what the difference it is compared to what you would have had in a bubble.
Yeah, I think it was a blessing in disguise. We were rushing to get it ready, and I don't think we've had all the components that we have now. And we certainly didn't have the technology that we're able to have now. And so it worked out for the best for us as players, for the fans, and I think for everyone watching. And we're going to give and deliver a better experience than I think that if that storm would not have happened.
And when you first walked in that venue, was there kind of like a wow moment, like this thing?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it with everything in it. I've seen the shell, but I haven't seen it with all the tech in it. And yes, it was incredible, absolutely incredible. And the rotating green blew me away. And so, yes, I mean, I've seen greens be able to move, but I've never seen a rotating green. So that was a new experience, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun for not just us, but I'm saying the fan experience.